So here I am in this background that I normally use in my reading vlogs. I wanted to do a rant video and yeah, I just set up my phone on my bookshelf and I am going to make it. I want to roast some books and yeah, as you may have read on the title, today I am going to be hating on Rick Riordan. Don't get me wrong, I don't really hate this author, but I think his books are extremely overrated and that they're getting worse and worse with time. I have actually read only the Percy Jackson series, but I started the first book in the Heroes of Olympus. Here I have it, The Lost Hero. I started reading this book at the beginning of the summer and I DNF'd it because I DNF'd it because it was basically horrible. And I wanted to make this a video because I want you to know why I don't want to read any more of his books. Also in this video I am going to be swearing a lot. I love swearing and I have not done it in my videos yet, but today it was the day, like I am in the mood for this rant video. Today is actually the first day since I started my booktube channel that I am not in the mood to read. I've been watching some music videos. I am about to start to watch the live show for A Conjuring of Light by Victoria Schwab. I have it right here. I love this book. The ending was a bit disappointing, but this is not what we're talking about in this video. We're here to discuss Percy Jackson, and yeah, let's get it started. So I read Percy Jackson and the Olympians like 5 years ago, and I remember loving these books. My favorite ones were the third one, The Titan's Course, and also the last one, The Last Olympian. And last summer of 2017, I decided to reread them in order to keep reading The Heroes of Olympus, which are the other books I showed you before. And yeah, when I read them again, I did not like them nearly as much as I did the first time. I found them to be extremely childish. All the problems they seemed to be facing were just like bullshit, like really, they were not real problems. They were just there for the characters to have something to fight against, but there was no real reason behind all of this. Yes, we have the Titans and all of that, and okay, those are real villains, but the monster they find in a cafeteria is not a good villain, and I don't know what you included. I get that it was to make the books longer, because if not, these books would be only 50 pages, but you know, some of these monsters were just pointless, and they appear in the story just to be there, like there is no real purpose for them to be there. And yes, you learn a lot of mythology from this, but I found it pointless, really. I just don't know what else to say about these books, like, no. I still love the characters and like the books, but when I see a problem in them, I can point it out objectively, because these are not the best books out there. They are very good if you want to get into reading, into fantasy, but once you have read a little bit more, they seem very basic. So when I reread those books, I was a bit disappointed, but I was very intrigued to keep reading the next series, the Heroes of Olympus. And now I have the whole series in hardback, and I don't want to keep reading them, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this. I am trying to sell them, but no one is interested in them yet, so I don't know how long I will have to keep these books for. So I started reading this book and I was quite excited because the previous series was middle grade, but this series was supposed to be YA, but when I started reading it, I found that it was even more middle grade than the series before. Yes, these books are longer, and yes, we have multiple POVs, but the core of the story was basically the same premise as the one before. We have some greater evil, but on the way there, we face some minor monsters or minor gods that don't have anything against these particular characters, but they made their lives impossible for no fucking reason. Like, there's no reason for them to hate these characters. I cannot deal with that. I just cannot understand why this god that no one has even heard of hates all the demigods, because, you know, a million years ago, a demigod tricked him and now he hates every single demigod. Like, what the fuck? Like, get your priorities straight in life and don't go hating people just for being what they are. Like, I don't know. I just get very frustrated with this. If they had real reasons to hate these particular characters, I would enjoy at least reading that, but there was just no fucking point in the whole plot. I don't know. This book I decided to give up at page 260, so I read almost half of this book before I decided to DNF it, and yeah, I just don't see myself ever reading these books. Everyone loves these books. I have not heard anyone saying anything bad about them, so this video is going to be quite controversial, but yeah, I wanted to make one of these videos as well because I love watching rants. I don't really hate this author or his books, but they are just not for me at this point in my life. If I had read them when I was younger, I would have loved them, but I just don't see the point in reading them like right now. I wanted to put my opinion out there because negative reviews are always seen badly, but sometimes they are necessary. I mean, these books are extremely hyped, and I feel the need to say that they are not that good, so people's expectations lower a bit, because I have found recently that my enjoyment of books has been less when they're extremely hyped. It just started when I created this channel. It didn't happen to me before, but now it happens, and it is extremely frustrating. So if with this negative video I help some of you to love these books or also hate them with me, because that would also be fun, I would have accomplished my goal. I don't even know if I am going to be posting this because I don't know if anything I said makes sense, but we'll go with it. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and all of that jazz. Yeah, see you next time. Bye.